Alright everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at another mod. This mod is a character mod that lets you play as Delirium. Now at first I really hated this because it's Delirium and who doesn't need Delirium, but it's actually pretty damn cool and it's sort of like under the radar right now, and I really think more people should have it because it's sort of what Cain and Eden could have been. Not really, they wouldn't have done this for Cain and Eden, but I don't like how Cain and Eden works, but this is almost just as chaotic, but is definitely really cool. So how Delirium works is you start with this item down here, the Delirious D6, which we'll get into a minute, and you have this amount of health. You can just see that, those are the stats, right? Basically, every time you get hit, you have a chance to switch forms. There are 9 forms you can play on. They're all based on the vanilla characters. Obviously, we're playing as Isaac right now, and every character has a specific pocket active. So whenever you take damage from a hostile source, you have a chance to change forms. That is based on the charges you have in your pocket active there. So if we have 0 charge, let's walk into a room and take some damage. Great room to take damage in. Let's try that again. Oh, perfect. So whenever we get hit, you'll see, oh, look, I'm still Isaac. Oh, look, I'm still Isaac. In fact, I think this should still work with debug 3, so we'll do this for a little bit. So as you saw there, we didn't transform at all. But if we just charge this active item real quick, but like that, it does full charge. When we get hit, bam, we transform. Now we're the Judas equivalent of Delirium, and I really like this. Now we have the Delirious book, which acts like Dark Arts, but it stops time, and it's really damn cool. So you do that, bam. Obviously, like I said, like Dark Arts, it's just like characters. But it gives you a fun way of sort of swapping between characters, not having to worry about who you're playing. Because every time you get, it crashed, didn't it? I'm gonna take a while to guess and say it crashed. Oh, it did. Yeah, it didn't crash. Bit of a lag problem, but we're fine. Now we're Eve, our Judas damage is fading, but here we are, poor damage as always, we are Eve. When we press Q, okay, I have not tested all of them out, by the way, but we use the dead bird thing, the card, so we go into any combat room, bam, we can press Q, whenever, and we can summon the army of birds. Pretty damn cool. So like I said, in total, there are 9 characters. We'll go show you what each of their pocket actives do, so we can look at how many of them are really good, who you want to stay as, but keep in mind, every time you take damage, you have a chance to transform. It's just based on the charge. So when you get that thing charged, you might want to use it in a scary room, even in a pinch, if you like the character. So we already saw Eve and Judas. Here is Samson. Samson has his rage mode, so you pull that out. There is a... You know, we still have it. Fine. We're act like we're still Samson. There is a little bit of a delay time upon using most active items. As you'll see when we use the Delirious bird here, we pull up the bird, and during that time, we can't shoot. I'll spam my keyboard so you can listen, so you can hear that we can't. Like that, we couldn't shoot, so there you go. Next we have Apollyon. I actually kind of like Apollyon. His void works in a little bit of a better way in my opinion. You press Q, you can sort of do a Necronomicon effect in the entire room, and I do like that, and I believe it can still suck up items. Here we have Sad Onion, and we sucked up the items, got stats, just like that. It can also apparently suck up the consumables for flies, and overall, like I said, pretty cool. It's definitely a much better take on void. Is it much different? No, it's not, but it's usable. Like when I get this and go into a room that I don't like, or even a boss, you can see how much damage it does. Not a ton, like I said, it might even just be base Necronomicon damage, but it's still something, and that's much better than being like, hey, you got Void now, which you're never really gonna use, so... Well, okay, you can use it, but the point is, since you want to use the active items as much as possible just to keep your charge low when you're on a character you like, so if you wanted to keep Apollyon for whatever reason and you had Void, you wouldn't be able to use Void because you'd, like, have to hold on to it forever and never get a chance to use it, so yay. When's the Apollyon rework coming? All right, next we do have Maggie. Maggie is, it's going to be really hard to understand this one. So upon using Yum Heart, you regenerate a heart. I think there might even be more to it that I'm missing. I don't know. I can try seeing if it'll replenish half a soul heart. All right, so trying this again, we can press it, fill up all of our red hearts, and then it just starts filling up soul hearts. So it works as a Book of Revelation and a Yum Heart in one. Pretty cool. I definitely like that a lot more than regular Yum Heart because it's not just going to sit around there forever. If you have soul hearts sitting, you're like, well... What do I do now? But yeah, I definitely like that. Or next up, we got her. I don't like Lilith. Okay, she has the Incubus, but it's the Delirium Incubus, which I really like. Delirious Box actually summons a random friend, which is pretty cool. Do I love this one? Not really. I mean, it summons all the Delirium friends, which is cool in terms of texture, but like I don't know if they have an actual difference, and it can give me multiple Incubuses. And I don't know if there's a cap to it. Doesn't look like there's a cap to it. Do they stay between rooms? Oh, I like it a lot more. it's basically Monster Manuel reasonably, right? I don't know if the pools are different or anything, but it seems like it's kind of just a Monster Manuel. We'll test if they stay between floors, because if they stay between floors, that's when it's broken. But if they don't, then it's like, okay, a little boring, but what else did you expect from this character? Let's see. If this stays between floors, by the way, this is like the most broken character of the list, by the way. Just saying, okay, yeah, I didn't really expect it to. But yeah, it's a Monster Manuel. Not bad, right? It's a thing. All right, so next up we got the Delirious D6. Upon using the Delirious D6, you'll notice that we actually get a choice within 2 pedestals. It's kind of like Isaac having his birthright. I do genuinely really like this one as well. And also, if you use it twice, you get a lot of options. I don't know if this is intentional. Is that 3 options? I can't count, 3 or 4. But if you use it a lot, things start to happen, right? And then you end up with Tiny Planet because the game's hilarious. Oh. We still have our Incubus. Is he just gonna stay the... Oopsie. Is he just gonna stay the floor or what? I'm gonna clear the floor to see if we keep Incubus, because having Incubus... Don't crash, man. Having Incubus is really good, and if we can keep him from being Lilith, and you want to get to be Lilith, then get out as fast as you can, realistically. Alright, so let's see. Do we keep Incubus? I'm gonna assume not, but either way, getting the Incubus just for the floor isn't bad either. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but hey, that's really cool. I like that. All right, next up we got Cain. Cain is a pretty cool thing. It just does the Soul of Cain effect basically, and it's good, right? Having like he basically starts on the red key and a freaking dad's key, which is obviously just really good. You're gonna get very strong. Also, we have this. Let's see what it is. Evil Charm. I just wanted to check. He's pretty cool. Having Soul of Cain this early, forever. Like, this is gonna be one of the ones that you really like. I mean, it is a 6-room charge, obviously, which is pretty expensive, and you're not going to get every red room ever, but like, it's great, right? It's pretty cool. All right, last but not least, we have Bethany. Bethany is it's Bethany, and when you press the Q button, you get like, what is that, 6 wisps? They might be randomized. I'm not sure. I've noticed you only sort of get friend wisps when you do this. I don't even know those. I don't think these are not base game whips, right? Whips? Yeah, sure. Wisps, right? Those are new because it's pretty damn cool. All I know is you get these like really cool familiar wisps, which are genuinely like super duper strong. There is a cap to wisps, obviously, but Bethany's is definitely really strong. Let's want a baby plum. Obviously, this is a lot, but I think there's like 3 or 4 uses. Maybe. Yeah, I should probably. Okay, let's try that again. All right, baby plum. Just literally shredded, like absolutely demolished from existence. It's great, and they also block tears, which is obviously very nice. Alright guys, that is all the special characters. That is all 9 forms of this one Delirious character. Delirium is my least favorite boss in the game, always will be, but the character is genuinely very fun, and I can see it being enjoyable in an average run. It doesn't even feel too out of place with base Isaac, if you know what I mean. Like, this feels like a character that was secret and people had to unlock to find. So I really like the base game feel. Nothing felt too wacky or zany. Bethany felt a little strong, I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of wisps, a lot of them were very strong. Lilith was a bit underwhelming, basically a Monster Manuel. If I'm reading that wrong and there's more to it or whatever, please tell me, please let me know, because that's what I saw, that's what I got. If there is more, great, but other than that, Lilith was the only one I was super disappointed with. Maggie felt very strong, she's supposed to be the tank. Judas felt like Judas, and Dark Arch is always nice, still stacks the damage with him, which is great. Just overall, great character, a lot of fun. I would highly recommend you go and check him out, because even if you don't like modded that much and you just like watching the videos, he feels very base game, so you won't feel too out of place. And if you are a console player, I'm sorry. I wish you could play mods on console. I know it probably won't happen, but I wish one day it does. Anyway, that's going to be all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you please, and I'll see you next time.